what we're doing is lots of stuff. Lots of stuff and things to go in here. How you going, guys? Hope everyone's been good. Just a little update on Sam. I believe I have made a boo-boo over the weekend with Sam. So, give you a little bit of background to the story. About 2.5 weeks ago, I was getting over the whole E85 bill of driving to and from work every day, and the fuel bill being in the hundreds of dollars a week. So, and then driving anywhere further than home was a mission because you just watch the fuel gauge go down. So I know that's my problem, and when you drive a modified car on the street, that's what you got to deal with, but it was just becoming a bit annoying. So I put old Sam on 98, and I figured got to risk it for the biscuit, so I left him on 98, didn't change the boost or the timing. And for instance, at the moment I'm running 15 degrees of timing from where peak torque is right to red line, which is 6,000 RPM, and I didn't change the boost and it was still making 25 PSI through the eBay T76 turbo, so 76mm turbo, and it's definitely making some steam. So it went really well still. Lost a little bit of bottom end torque, so definitely noticed the difference between E85 and 98. But it was driving fine. I'd done a couple of little logs on it, or not logs, but watching the, oh no, I did do a log to see if I could see any knock, if the knock sensors were picking up anything. It was all fine. But I gave it a bit of a thrashing on the weekend, bringing a mate over to the shed, to the workshop, and yeah, I gave it a bit, hit rev limiter a few times, which isn't an issue. That wasn't the issue. But yeah, big first, second, third gear pull and 25 PSI, and it was warm, the car, not the day. It was quite cool. But yeah, I think it was just a bit too much cylinder pressure, maybe a little pre-det, not too sure. But I think I've lifted the head. So I got back here, everything was fine, but everything looks still fine, still looks good. But it dropped a cylinder straight away and started misfiring. So when I pulled in the driveway, I didn't notice it till I pulled in the driveway, and I'm like, that's weird. So I'll start it up, we'll have a little listen to it. This is cold, but mind you, I haven't started it. So you can hear it sounds fine, but there's just the slightest little miss. You might hear it from the back a bit more. Yes, I'm not sure what the camera is portraying, but there's definitely a little miss there that I can hear. So turn it off so I can talk. So I think I'm definitely gonna have to pull it down, not the motor, not entirely, but probably just pull the heads off, pull the inlet manifold off, actually when I pull the inlet manifold off after doing Jake's all those times, we could actually see the gaskets from the inside the valley, and you could see whether they were blown or not. Not the best thing to see when you can physically see that they're blown from the outside of the motor. But yeah, I think we're gonna pull it down, see that first, and then if not, strip it down, pull heads off, and see if it's the gasket that failed. I say it is because afterwards which was the even scarier part. It kind of like hydrolocked sitting in the car park. Obviously, that's what makes me believe it's a cylinder head or a gasket, because the coolant pressure has actually pushed its way back into the cylinder. So I just gave it a quick couple little turns, which is enough to get it either into the bottom end or out the exhaust, and then turned it over and it started fine. So yeah, that's where we're at with Sam. Poor little fella's been going so well for so long. I've given Jake so much crap about him blowing head gaskets left, right and centre. And I know he was running higher boost than me for a while, but I was steadily running a high amount of boost and haven't had this issue. So it's been a long time coming, doesn't really bother me too much. And luckily enough, just last week, I registered another little car of mine that I've had sitting around, my little Swift. So nice and cheap on fuel, and Sam's just been sitting in the shed for the last few days. I just thought I'd take him out, and of course, the one time I take him out and give him a good thrashing again, I guess because I've been leaving him in the shed alone, he didn't like it. But yeah, so we'll strip that down. I'm just going to leave this video here, and then in the next couple of days when I get a chance, I'll pull it apart and I'll catch it back up with you guys then.
2 weeks later.
Howdy people. So we are continuing on with what you would have just heard Jesse talking about, with what he's done to dear old Sam. Again. Look at him.
Feel it there.
So we've done the visual inspections, shined a torch down there beside the heads, and he has blown the head gaskets out the side of the heads on both sides. Yeah, good.
I've seen all this crap before.
Yes.
Time to just tear it apart, replace stuff.
Yeah, I don't think you need to see head gaskets done for the 50th time. Bloody things. 98, 25, 15. Those are 3 numbers that you don't want to run together.
They're not lottery numbers. I might tidy a few things up while we're editing.
Alright, we'll be back soon once we've pulled some shit out of the engine bay. Okay, so quick update. We have dove in pretty deep. Valley's off, heads are off, turbo, everything, exhaust is out. So he did do a pretty good number on the old head gaskets. Blew the crap out of them. There he is there, dealing with some friggin' Chinesium crap.
Bloody AU house crap.
Silly. These are the poor head gaskets. Blew there. Blew there. And there, that's the good one. And then this side, we got blown on number 6, number 4. Number 6 and 4 were both pumping into the water gallery. Number 4 also blew on the inside of the gasket and the bottom side. Yes. So, no good. Completely dead. Oh. Getting there. Be off the road for a couple of days. Jesse wants to do some other stuff while it's all pulled apart as well. Tray's all full of crap. Yeah. Guess we'll come back to it soon once everything's all done, once we move to the next step. Start cleaning up surfaces, cleaning up the heads, clean everything up, get it all ready to go. I think Jesse wants to pull timing case off and maybe play around with the cam a little bit. See how we go. Yeah. Shall see you soon. Boosh.
Welcome back. So it's the next day. Jake has the heads back on Sam. New head gaskets. Same ARP bolts. We've done a couple of little changes. So we've changed cam timing. Chuck some new valve springs in. Got some 150s in there and valve stem seals. Because apparently the old ones just didn't last. They got chewed up. So chuck some new valve stem seals in there. Got to clean some stuff up. She's bloody filthy. What are you doing?
Just getting some oil off the dirty old EGR.
Ew.
It's literally only there for fuel gauge purposes.
Yeah. So yeah, done a couple little changes, not just maintenance, which is what I hate. Not the maintenance part, but I hate doing a job like this and then not getting any real benefit out of it. So change a few little things while we're at it.
Because keeping normal running temperatures isn't a benefit.
No. Doesn't bother me.
Milky oil is definitely a benefit.
Yeah. It's just not crunchy. At least it's not crunchy.
It's way nicer when it's milky.
Yeah.
No one wants freaking plain oil.
That's how you get oil pressure, isn't it?
Well, yeah, obviously. How else do you swell your seals back up when shit starts to leak?
So yeah, we're just going to keep smashing this out, or Jake is, while I'm doing other jobs, and then we'll start it up. Hopefully it sounds angry as shit, and we'll take it for a drive.
Hopefully it drives angry as shit, but in a good way, and doesn't just sound angry and then things, stuff and things.
Yeah, it's stupid cam things. And we might turn the boost down, I guess. Or we'll go fill up the 85.
Yay! So today on the LS house, we get the car, we started up good.
Hello, nieces and nephews.
Hello, niece and nephew.
couple of days later. Didn't really end off that video too well because we were just running the car up, making sure she was all good. Everything ran up fine, took her for a drive that night. Just sort of bedded in. I'm still yet to do a flush on the oil, get the dirty old milky oil out of there. It's got new oil now, but it's obviously contaminated, so yet to do the next flush on it and get it back running HPR 30. But yeah, I'll give you a bit of a cold start so you can see what it is. I played with the cam timing in the videos you've seen, but then I've also changed a few settings in the tune, which makes it sound a little bit better, and just drivability is heaps better. So we'll do a cold start on it. Make sure she's in neutral. So it's dead cold early in the morning. Crap, sorry guys, the GoPro battery died, but got to change it out pretty fast. Not too bad. As it warms up, it does get a lot lumpier. Obviously on cold starts running different timing to what it does when it warms up, just to help it warm up a bit faster and keep everything running nice and smooth, which it doesn't sound that way at the moment, but yeah, let it warm up a bit. We'll see what she sounds like. So she's warmed up a touch. It's only at 43 degrees. But definitely sounds better. I'll get it outside so you can have a better listen. Better listen. Sounds good. So as you can hear guys, she definitely sounds a lot better. Definitely goes a lot better. Boost is a little bit more linear, so coming on earlier and holding right through and then pulling really hard up top, which is odd for the setting that I put on the cam, but I don't know, whatever works I guess. I want to do a big pull on it, make sure everything's good. Big third, fourth gear pull, make sure air fuels are good, and then we might get it touching on dyno rollers soon, hopefully, if everything works out well. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I'm still going.